Good morning, everybody. Welcome, those on YouTube and Facebook. Thank you for joining us this morning. So let's just briefly go over what we're going to be looking at this morning, and we'll get started here. We do have some initial positions on. I'll explain it here in just a second. I'm going to throw up some symbols here. If you look on the top right-hand corner, you'll see we'll be looking at some commodities. We're going to be looking at some currencies. So on the commodity side, or the indices, we're going to be looking at the E-mini S&P 500, ES, RTY, which is going to be the mini Russell, YM, mini Dow, and NQ, the mini NASDAQ. We'll be also watching gold and silver, crude, and NG for natural gas, and for those that like to watch Bitcoin, BTC. Then on the currency side pairs, we'll be looking at the Aussie US, Euro US, and the US Yen. Strategies I'm going to be using on the currencies, I'm going to be using one of 5 different core patterns that we teach in our core package. And then on the indices and commodities, we're going to be using a formula called Einstein. It provides us with an entry, an exit, and a reversal. So we have a profit target, we have an entry, we have a profit target, and then we also have a reversal if we don't have profit target. So just initially, a couple things coming in this morning already. We had a buy already on the ES and the RTY, and long gold and silver, and gold just hit here right as we get up here at 8 o'clock. So gold is already hit. Silver's still long. Silver came in this morning. Let's take a look here. Silver had a buy this morning of 21.91. Target is 22.03. 22.03, and it's still working towards target. ES is long right now. It's below entry, so good entry point. Target 39.41. RTY, same thing. Below entry, looking for a target of 17.84. These are both buys. And that is it. All right, pretty quiet right now. Things are going to pick up here after we open the opening bell at 9:30 Eastern Time. We do have some economic news coming out here. Let's see here. It's going to definitely going to bring some volatility in the market. We may be a little choppy going into it, so we want to be careful. We've got a PMI number coming out at 9:45, and we have new home sales coming out at 1. So maybe a little quiet waiting on this PMI report. All right, so we still have some initial positions that came in prior to 8 o'clock this morning, or 9 o'clock Eastern. Long on ES still, long on RTY. Came in long gold, they did hit target, and we're long as silver, and it's getting closer to target. And that's it. Possible short coming into the crude oil. Gonna watch for that. All right, we're also getting a short on the Aussie US. Let's take a look and see if there's anything here for us. Looks like that's going to be a 70.75 short on that Aussie US. 70.75. It's going to give us a PAP short. Okay, just looks like silver just hit its target. Watching for a potential short coming up on crude. Too early right now, but it looks like it's trying to set up for a nice short. Exiting the Aussie US. That was a loss on the Aussie US. Looking for a lower opening this morning on the Dow. All the indices are down. But we do still have a couple initial positions coming in long on the upside on the ES and the RTY. Had some good entry points there as she was pulling back this morning. All right, looks like we're getting a buy on natural gas, getting a buy on the natural gas. Wow, it's already moving pretty fast. You blink, you can miss the trade. All right, so let's see. The entry on that came in at 870 with a target of 873. And let's see here. So target's going to be 873 reversal, and this is going to be 860, 864. And natural gas already hit its target, so that came in, went pretty quick. Okay, still along the E-mini, still along the mini Russell RTY. All right, about 5 minutes to go here on the opening bell. Still waiting. Still holding along the ES. Still holding along the RTY. All right. Now 15 seconds to go. Dow's going to open up. Pretty sure it's going to open up lower here. Yeah, down 170. Yeah, down 186. Still coming along the ES, still coming along the RTY. So once again, we do have a PMI number coming out at 9:45 this morning. New home sales at 1. So market may be a little hesitant to really commit to anything this morning. So be careful on these indices. Once these reports come out, we'll probably pick things up, start to have some really nice setups. So just be really careful. All right, slowly approaching target on ES. RTY is still long. Watch for your reversal on ES. ES just reversed. Target now on ES on the short side is going to bring you down to 39.16. And if we need to reverse to the upside, it's going to be 39.3475. And for some reason, my sound is not working on Thinkorswim. Okay, RTY reversed and went short. All right, target is going to be 1764 on that RTY. Short ES, short RTY. Now YM is getting a short, also getting a short on NQ. YM, which is your mini Dow, is short with a target of 315.63. With a reversal of 317.13. All right, target on NQ, which is also going to be your mini NASDAQ. That's going to bring you down to 117.45. Reversal on that is going to be, let's see here, 118.57.5. Okay, RTY already hit target, so RTY hit target. ES getting close to target, still short YM, still short NQ. So short ES, short YM, short NQ, which is the mini NASDAQ, mini Dow, and the S&P 500 all short. Well, if you're trading Nadex and you're using Einstein, if you're trading the indices or the commodities, I would use a knockout. I would use a knockout. Yeah, there are ways you can use 5 minutes. There are ways you can use hourlies with this, but I prefer the knockouts. But if you're a commodity trader and you like to trade futures, you can trade the outright futures. NQ getting closer to target. Still working our way down on ES. Still short YM. YM's having a pullback. Good entry point if you want to short the YM. Risk is smaller. Once again, that target 117.45 on that NQ at 49.5, 46.5. Okay, NQ just hit target. US Tech just hit target. Still short YM. ES still short. Dow still down 170. And I don't know what happened to my sound on Thinkorswim this morning, but the alerts are not sounding for some reason. Okay, YM just reversed and went long, which is your mini Dow. My two favorite are going to be RTY, then ES in that order. I like gold. Silver's a slow mover, not real excited about silver, but it is good. It's a good market. I like gold. And I like natural gas. Those are my four favorites. ES, RTY, gold, and natural gas. Okay, so the reversal on the mini Dow. Once again, be careful in here because we do have that PMI report coming out. So maybe a little bit jumpy in here. We're going to see some... I don't expect to see a really strong trend come in here yet, but... So just be super careful. All right, ES approaching target. Let me give you a target on YM. Target on YM, bring you up to 317.63. And if it reverses, it's going to be 316.13. ES just hit target, so ES is out. Only thing we have going on right now is that long YM, kind of bucking the trend here. Natural gas is getting a short now on natural gas, one of my favorites. Target on natural gas is going to be 867. And the reversal is going to be 876. Once again, if you're following us on YouTube and Facebook, this is for demonstrational purposes only. Don't suggest you make any of these trades. Keep in mind there is a delay. Okay, whenever we're rebroadcasting through YouTube or Facebook, there is going to be a delay. Of course, in our room, in our live trading room, of course, the feed is live. But it does there is a delay with YouTube and Facebook. And also keep in mind there's more to these trades than just buying and selling. These are based on a combination of a formula and patterns. Each pattern has its own probability of success. They run anywhere from 72% and up. And when you're trading, you want to make sure you don't trade more than 2 at a time. I always like to trade at least 1, maybe 2 at the most. It's very difficult to trade more than 2 and do it effectively. Particularly if you're trying to trade 2 indices at the same time and they're both hitting at the same time, it's hard to get your orders in. So I suggest 1 index and 1 commodity. All right, gas hit its target. Exiting gas. Okay, the only thing going on right now is still along that YM. That's it. Yeah, Glenn, I'm pretty sure that's going to do it. Thank you, sir. Glenn, how's your core trading going? Looks like I have one of my students in our, one of our core students actually in the live room. I'm sorry, in the YouTube live room. Glenn, how you doing with core? Ah, really? Okay, great. Thanks. Nice, Ozzy. Looks like Ozzy's getting ready to have a pullback here on the downside. Okay, just long YM right now. That's it, which is your mini Dow. Down 167 on the Dow, just pretty quiet still after the opening. So one strategy you guys can use when you're trading, if you're trading the currencies or you're trading the indices, or you're trading the commodities, it's not a bad strategy to just stick to even one side. I personally prefer shorts over buys, so I'm very much of a short trader. I like to, if I'm doing any size, it's going to be on my shorts. But that's not a bad strategy. It limits your exposure in the market, number one. Number two, you're always just going to be playing one side. And you can be very successful just trading one side. You don't have to trade both sides. The math is still there. The math is good on the short side, just like it is on the buy side. All right, so we're getting up to the top of the hour here. Still have a few minutes to go for the live broadcast. If you'd like more information, please visit my website, binaryprostrategies.com. That is a good way to get in contact with me. If you have a question, a specific question, I always answer all of my personal emails. And the other thing, if you want to watch some video, they have a ton of videos on YouTube, Binary Pro Strategies, a lot of good educational material. One video you want to definitely watch, make sure you watch the fundamental video. And then there's also one on Einstein. You can get a little bit more information on Einstein. Watch Einstein. There's a video on that. And then I have examples, trading the crystal ball. Everything's out there, so a lot of good and a lot of really good information too to help with your trading. No matter what strategy you're using, I think you're going to find a lot of that information very refreshing. My strategies are very easy, but they're based off of principles that have stood the test of time. I've been doing this now for 40 years. And what I use is something I developed a long time ago called behavioral patterns. They're specific patterns that tend to repeat themselves over and over again in the markets, in all instruments. So it doesn't matter whether I'm trading a commodity, trading a stock, or I can even trade a pork belly. The patterns are all going to be the same because people's behaviors tend to be predictable. They're not your standard chart patterns. No, they're not. They're not flags. They're not trend lines. They're not, wedges. They're not head and shoulders. They're not candlestick patterns. These are very specific patterns. Behavioral patterns. They call them behavioral patterns. All right, so that's going to do it for the live broadcast. Once again, if you like my videos, please give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so I can keep you updated on any new videos we have coming out, and I will be putting out more videos. So until tomorrow, I wish everybody a great trading day. Be careful. We do have that PMI number and new home sales coming out, so expect some volatility prior to that report. Then we're going to start moving again in these markets. So everybody have a good day, and we'll see you tomorrow.